Hey guys, welcome there. So today we will see how to install Flutter without using Android Studio, and we will use only Visual Studio Code. If you want to install Flutter without using Android Studio, I have to say that you will use a lot the command line. This because you need to install some applications, some Android things, Android stuff that when you use Android Studio, it will get installed automatically. So if you have problems with the command line, I will suggest you to search for another tutorial, or maybe if God wills, inshallah, I will upload a new video where I will explain how to install Flutter using Android Studio. But right now we will use a lot the command line. It is not so complex, but the most important thing is that you have to know that thing. So let's get started. So first thing first, we have to go into Flutter website. So here we are. Let's go into Get Started, Windows obviously, and let's click here and download this version here. So obviously the version may change, but in my occasion I have to install this one here. So I will see you after the download.
A few minutes later.
So I have just downloaded it, and I have put it here. So let's open it up and let's move it into the C folder. For example, here under local C, as the guide say here, it says that it's better if you put it here, and here it says a warning that you don't have to put it under program files because you need some privileges. So let's put it here. Let's create a new SRT folder. Okay, so we have Flutter here, and now following the guide, we have to do some things. For example, we have to set the path variable, and to do so we go into start and type env. Oops, not this one. We have to change. For example, for me is the second one. In it depends because sometimes when you type env, it shows up the first result is the good one. In this case, the second one is the good one, and it opens up directly this window here, these windows here. In other occasions, I found that it opens up another window, and at the bottom you have to click I think change environment variables, something like that. So okay, so now we have to change the path variable, and if you don't have this variable, you have to type new and create this variable with the name path. If you have it, like in my example, you just have to go here, click on it, and click edit. And as you can see here, I have other things in these path variables. You don't have to delete these things. For example, I have Visual Studio Code as I can see. And now let's add a new one with new, and we have to type the path where we have put our Flutter application. So src Flutter. Now I don't remember if I not capital. Okay, we are ready to go. Now maybe we can take this open, leave it open. Let's open up a terminal with CMD, and now let's type Flutter, and it doesn't recognize it, so it is a problem because maybe we have to press OK. Because we had to put the bin folder. So EAMV, second one, edit here the bin folder. Bin, not bin. So Flutter bin and not only Flutter. Okay. So, and every time if you change something there, you have to close this window and open it up again. So CMD and Flutter. Okay, now it says that is unable to find Git because we need Git in this system. I don't have Git, so let's look for Git and install it. Downloads, Windows 64 version. Yes, is what I was looking for. So see you after a few seconds.
Few moments later.
So now I have just downloaded it, so let's click in it. Next, next, next. So here, for example, I don't want to use Vim and I want to use Visual Studio Code as Git default editor. So pay attention in this part here if you are not interested in using Vim. So finish, we don't have to launch it. And now let's return back here. Let's try to run Flutter. Maybe let's close CMD Flutter. And as you can see now, it open it up, and yes, after downloading it, if you run Flutter, it wants to install Dart, so you have to wait a little bit. It may take a few minutes, maybe a lot of minutes.
Much later.
Flutter Doctor. And as you can see, it shows up what we have installed and what not yet. So Flutter Doctor is a command that lets you know the status of your installation of Flutter. So for example, here it says that Flutter is okay. We need some things about Android, as you can see here, Android toolchain, and because it's unable to locate the Android SDK, and those are the things that we will install using the command line. And if you install it using Android Studio, you will not have to install it with the command line. And then Visual Studio Code, because we need the plugins for Visual Studio Code. Maybe let's, before install the plugins, okay, now let's go on extensions, Flutter, install. So this is so easy. Okay, we're good. Let's try to run Flutter Doctor again. And as you can see now, it says that VS Code is installed. So okay, now it's time to install these packages. So let's first of all download, we have to download the OpenJDK, and I will give you this link here. So we have just downloaded OpenJDK. Let's open it up, and let's put it here and call it OpenJDK maybe. Okay, let's close, and now we have to download another package. Windows version, obviously.
Few moments later.
Okay, we have just downloaded it. We are ready to install it. And let's click here into command line tools. Open the src folder, and inside here we have to create cmd line tools, and inside it put these cmd tools that we have to rename into tools. Okay, so this folder here have to be renamed into tools, the one that we have downloaded, and we have to put it inside another folder called cmd line tools. Okay, let's close this one. Let's close these pages, and now we are ready to set some new environment variables, env, just like before. Okay, now we have to set a new variable here, so we have to click into new. If you have already installed the Java on your computer, you don't I don't think that you have to install it, since the variable must be named into Java home. And here we have to put this directory here and press OK. And under path we have to add some directories. For example, this one, cmd line tools, we have to put this one here. So as before, we type new and we add the new one, or we type let me delete this one, or we type 2 times, for example, here, and we have to add the other 2 parts. We have to add, we have added tools, and we have to add this one here, tools bin, and let's save and click OK. Close this window, open a new one, and okay, now it's fine. Manager list, and we can see the list of all the versions that we can install. I will go with this version here. So to download it, we have to type SDK manager and type this string here. We have to accept the terms.
Many hours later.
Okay, now we are ready to install other packages. It has just finished, and in reality it took a lot of time. And yes, so let's type again SDK manager, and I will pass platform tools, build tools, this version here 28, and platforms Android 29. Let's press enter.
Few moments later.
So right now we have just installed our these packages here inside the SDK manager with the SDK manager. Now we have to install another thing, the emulator. Okay, it says that it has done. Strange. Okay, and yes. So right now let's run Flutter Doctor to know the status of our installation and see what problems we have. For example, it says unable to locate the Android SDK again because it says that it doesn't set the Android SDK route to that location. So let's open up the environment variable, the environment yeah, we have to change the environment variable, and let's add Android home. That should be search. Okay, so it should be this one. Here we have all our packages on CSRC, and here we have to add a new Android home variable with the root folder src, because we have installed all the stuff here. Here, as I said before, we have to close and open up again. Okay, and let's tmd. Okay, I will go into the C folder. I don't know why. CLS, so I can clean the screen. And Flutter Doctor. Okay, so as you can see, it everything works fine, and it says that it needs some Android licenses not accepted. So to resolve this, run Flutter Doctor Android. So we have to run this command here. Control C, Control. Okay, enter, and we have to accept the licenses. It says if we want to review the licenses, no, because no one reads them. No, that was the wrong option. We have to type, we must accept it. We have to type yes. Okay, yes. I was thinking that was only the review. Okay, yes. Okay, now Flutter Doctor. Wow, it's working fine. So here, don't worry because we will not use Android Studio, so it says not installed, so don't worry. And for the connected device, since we don't have any physical connected device, that is the reason why it says no connected device. So right now we have to do another thing. We have to create um, our device, our Android device. So to create a new device, we type a would be manager as with a would be and the name of your device. For example, I don't know, device one dash a. So here we have to use the version that we have used before. So let's do one thing. AVD manager, no, AVD manager, SDK manager list, and let's see the one that we have installed. We have installed this one here. So let's copy it up and let's type again SDK manager. Control V. This one, okay. Trigger custom profile, no. Let's run adv manager list adv. Okay, here it says that we have our device one. Device one is this one. So let's try to run it with Flutter emulators launch device one. We have a problem here. We have a big problem.
Extremely annoying shift later.
So now it's working, and I found out that there is a problem with Hyperview. In my case, I found out that Hyperview is disabled, so I enabled it and I restarted, and now it works. But I'm not really sure how it works. So if you had the same problem, maybe you can solve in this way. And yeah, I ran the emulator and it runs out this thing here. I don't know if I can call it an emulator, but it's working, it's fine. So now let's close all that messy stuff and let's do one thing. Let's try if everything works fine. Root folder here, cd data folder, folder maybe. Uh, okay, now let's type Flutter, create, and the name. Example. Okay. Yeah, let's try to run Flutter Doctor. To see if going on well. Okay, it's all okay. Now let's type here. I will go inside the created project example. Here we have our files, code that to open up Visual Studio Code with this project. So okay. So I don't know how to change this into a normal thing, since the other times I have only tried to install it using Android Studio, but since the only reason why I used Android Studio is only to install the device, and I always used Visual Studio Code. And okay, that's it. Let's try to run our project with F5. So as you can see right now, everything works fine, and so that's it, except for uh, this window here that maybe I have to know how to change it, but everything works fine. So we have managed to install Flutter without using Android Studio. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you the next time.